Chair recognizes the gentleman from Oregon, Mr. DeFazio, for 5 minutes.
I thank the chair. Well, Secretary Paulson has submitted a simple proposal to Congress. This is it, 3 pages. It's about $1 billion a word, and it is quite simple. Secretary Paulson gets the key to the Treasury. He's going to start off by borrowing $700 billion in the name of the American people, maybe more later. And it waives all laws, no oversight, no one looking over his shoulder, no conflict of interest rules, not even court review. Pretty simple proposal. He insists this has to be done without meaningful discussion or debate or any change by the Congress. Sort of, a immediate authorization for use of financial force. Does this remind anybody of anything like the rush into Iraq on election eve a number of years ago? It's all too familiar. He wants to take care of Wall Street's illiquid assets, is what he nicely labels them. Less charitable pundits have said cash for trash. Wall Street could then return to business as usual. That is Mr. Paulson's plan. He is of, by, for, and about Wall Street, former head of Goldman Sachs. He wants to go back to the way things were. They should never go back to the way things were. There need to be consequences, and there needs to be major change in the financial structures and the financial instruments and the regulation of Wall Street, something this administration still continues to deny or says, oh, we'll do it later after we give them everything they want up front, after we bail them out. Now, many want a condition. What'll happen here? They want to have oversight. That's good. They want to limit executive compensation for a firm that takes a bailout. That's good. They want a linkage to a Main Street stimulus package and jobs. That's good. Those are all good. But we've got to question and take our time here to question the basic premise. Should we just take all their junk that people like Hank Paulson created, exotic instruments, the big party they've been throwing, should we just take that and give it to the taxpayers and borrow the money from who knows where? Or should we take an equity stake in these firms? That's what the government did when it bailed out Chrysler. It said, okay, we'll bail you out, but we own you. And when you come back, we're going to make money for the taxpayers. Secretary Paulson wants to set it up so that the taxpayers, at best, and in all likelihood, this wouldn't happen, might break even someday. No, we need to take an equity assurance in these firms, or we need to extend them loans. Have them mark down this junk to market. There's a market for it. It's about 22 cents on the dollars. Make them mark it down. And then, if they're threatened and they're illiquid, they can come to us and ask for a loan. And the terms are going to be stiff. And we aren't going to give it to just any one of these firms. No, we need to do this. We need to do it with oversight. And executive compensation is key no matter which way we go. Oh, let the boards of directors control. Come on. Boards of directors are all like first cousins and closer. These people are all feathering each other's nests. Hank Paulson himself's got a $50 million bonus for 1 year. The same year, Wall Street rewarded itself with $60 billion in bonuses. That's not a mistake. $1 billion in bonuses in 2006. These people are out of control. They don't understand the real world. And for them to talk about Main Street and pretend they're populist and they care about Main Street and student loans and homeowners' equity is a bunch of BS. We need major structural reform, and we are the last bulwark here, the House of Representatives, the United States Senate, because if we pass this bill as they proposed it, we will be doing an incredible disservice to the American people, to the world economy. And what if his bet doesn't work? Yeah, the execs come out whole, and they scoot that money offshore into hidey holes or into gold or something else. But what if it doesn't work? And we've extended our credit about as far as we'll go. Where are we going to borrow $700 billion? What's the next step? We need a much more targeted, deliberative approach. Congress can't come up with it in 3 days or 4 days. We shouldn't be rushed into this. If it takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, the world will wait. They'll wait for a thoughtful plan that cures the disease in addition to getting us beyond this initial problem. That's the job of this Congress. We should not be rolled by our Wall Street exec who's masquerading as Secretary of the Treasury. Yield back the balance of my time.